Hello, viewers. You're welcome to another episode of the N.O.W Show, your show for overcomers and winners, taking you on a journey to self-discovery and being the best version of yourselves created. Today, on this episode, we shall be talking about success mindset. Wow, I'm so excited. And discussing this with us is no other person than the coach extraordinaire herself, Obilo. You're welcome to the N.O.W Show.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for doing this with us. So, Obilo is a dynamic transformational leader, renowned international speaker, and seasoned mentor. As a founding member of the John Maxwell team, Omo brings a wealth of expertise in leadership, emotional intelligence, and creative intelligence coaching. Certified in intelligent leadership and trained as a brain health coach, Omo is committed to empowering individuals to unlock their full potential. With a passion for networking and business development, Omo serves as an executive director and national trainer at Business Network International, sharing insights on the business of networking and effective leadership strategies. A masterful communicator, Omo speaking engagements inspire audiences worldwide to embrace a mindset of growth and excellence. Beyond the boardroom, Omo finds joy in pursuing hobbies such as playing golf, swimming, and exploring historic destinations. With a motto of living your best life, Omo embodies resilience, authenticity, and the spirit of adventure in every endeavor. Once again, on the N.O.W Show, Obilo. Omo, welcome again.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for doing this with us. Okay, so almost success mindset. Wow, it's a topic that I am actually looking forward to picking a lot from and learning. You know, who doesn't need success?
It's a topic that I would be eating uncomfortable with for the longest time because a lot of times people equate success to wealth and fame. That is not to say that that's not part of success. But if you do, a lot of times just equate it to wealth and fame and just work at getting wealthy or famous without all the other things that surround.
Okay, before we even get into that, I said I was going to take your motto of living your best life.
I come out life.
Wow. Tell me about this living your best life. Don't know what to live their best life.
So, you know, it's funny too because when I came up with that and I started using it, some people said to me, enjoyment, usually, you know, and I wonder, and I found my friends pull my legs and all.
Yes.
But, you know, I personally feel that living your best life is not necessarily about being ostentatious, okay, or all over her place. Really, in very strong person to person. Okay, personally, living my best life is living in accordance with my core values and being truly happy and doing exactly what I want to do. And so there are lots of misconceptions. I was going to use the word authenticity now, but we've kind of made that over. Yeah, and then people think it's an excuse to just do anyhow and be anyhow. But basically, for me, it was a journey where I went to finding what my core values were. Okay. Which, by the way, I realized that a lot of people never sit down and ask themselves what their core values are. Okay. If I said to you, what are your core values, you would think, okay, this, that. But we never sit down like how companies have their values.
Yes.
We never sit down and say, okay, this is almost core values. And I found out that when you don't do that, then you really don't have it in your head. It's not it's not right there in front of you. Okay. What now happens is you attract people, or you allow people, situations, and general environment that are not particularly in alignment with your family into your life, which is basically what a lot of us do up until a certain age. We live like, I always use the door as an example. So you know how you have these doors in hotels or buildings that can open automatically. So that's the way in out. They just let people into our lives, in and out, in and out, forgetting that for everything, every human being, every occasion, everything you go through in life is registered in your brain, and it never really leaves. So just imagine yourself being in a room with one door, and that door just has in and no out. That's who we are. So those things come in, the negativity, the bad blood, the positivity, the good ones, the abuse, they are all here, and they never go away. So if you're living with all that, there's no way you're not going to cope.
Okay.
So when you now sit back and identify what your cover is, so back to the hotel door. The hotel has a doorman. You give the doorman instructions and say, oh, if this person comes with flip-flops, don't let them in. If this person comes with shorts, don't let them in. So same thing, you instruct your doorman now. If you see negativity from temples away, please build and preach. And you start to walk consciously. And that way you're able to shut out things, and people, and situations that don't quite align with your value. And when I started that, I found out that there were just so many things that, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, and you're in relationships or situations that is actually draining you. And then you sit down and you're feeling melancholy and you're wondering where it's coming from, and you don't realize, and that is the things you have allowed out in. And then you find out that sometimes you have conversations with people, you hang out with people, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the conversation per se, but you come home feeling drained.
So you say to yourself, no value added. So wow,
I did all that. I just said, it's a constant journey process. It's not a destination. And that's how I came about living your best. I just doing the things that I want to do now. You're going to have a coffee and then somebody says, how are you going to drink coffee there? Now just drink coffee in your house. No, I want to drink coffee there. So I didn't want to hear you.
Okay. And of course, living your best life, I would say, is an outcome of a success mindset. Wow. Amazing. So, talking about this success mindset, what really is it having a success mindset? Like you've told us that what success is not, which is, what people usually equate success with. So, what is success and what is having a success mindset?
Now, what success is to each and every individual varies. So it's personal to you. Now, the mindset on its own is about having a set of self-beliefs, habits, attitudes that move you and propel you towards achieving personal or professional fulfillment. And that varies. So there's some people you see and you're looking at them and they're so happy. As far as they're concerned, they are satisfied, they've gotten everything they wanted. And you're looking at them and wondering, what exactly is exciting? There's some people who, for them, when they get to your stage in life, that's the success. If they can just get that, they're satisfied. You are looking at, so success varies. But the mindset on its own is where a lot of people have challenges.
Okay, so are you saying success is what I make of it? I define success. Okay.
You define what success is. There's some people who $1 million people can see their success. I mean, I heard what success is. What they consider themselves success. And what you think about yourself, like, is important.
Oh, well, then we're going to let you go to that. So when you say that, there's some people who others see as being successful, but they see them as successful. Why do you say that? What do you see that others don't see? Or they themselves don't see?
100%. Okay, I'm just saying generally. Okay, so you see some, because it is because it depends on what success means to you. So if success to me means just me in my little 2-bedroom house, or living up on the mountain, or by the beach, or by if you like have a mansion so bright, it's not. That's my definition of success. And for some people, their definition of success is traveling every year, the children all happily married. Then they feel like, oh, I've achieved success. I've fulfilled. That's why I said it's the mindset, the set of mindsets and habits that an adult that takes you towards achieving your personal and professional fulfillment.
So, at the end of the day, fulfillment is the goal.
Fulfillment is the goal. And you would find that 90% of fulfilled people, if not all fulfilled people, you have those set of mindsets. Adapt that mindset. So if you go to my village now and you meet a man who considers himself very successful in the village, he would have the same mindset as the man who is.
Okay. All right. So what are the things I really should enjoy in order for me to achieve fulfillment today?
Okay, so we're talking about the mindset.
Yes.
The first one is a positive attitude. And, we often talk about positive attitude. And I'm guilty as charged. And talk about it things like, the society in itself is negative.
It is negative.
The society in itself is negative. Even the way we're wired to first say no than before saying yes.
Wow.
Or CV. So if you notice, especially on social media and things like that, you see things before they say, oh, this is beautiful. You will first hear, look at the shoe, look at the egg, look at, we're picking out
the wrong things.
Let's even look at our country. Nobody's smiling. There are not of, and I'm sure if I say this, some people will come to this channel. But at the end of the day, there's still something.
Yes, definitely. Definitely
Hard. There's something.
Yes.
And what his feed grows. So I was asking, what exactly are you feeding? Are you feeding the negativity or are you feeding the positivity?
Yeah, are you feeding the negativity or are you feeding the positivity? Wow. Awesome. Yeah.
We wake up, your maybe the first thing you see, like I've learned now not to pick my phone after I wake up or go to social media after I wake up, but the first thing you see is some negative news, they've kidnapped one person or something like that. So I deliberately, intentionally do not make that the first news that I get in the morning, because I want to set the tone for
your day.
And I was there's a book that I had read, Need 7 Habits of Success.
Okay, right. 7 Habits of Successful People.
Obviously, it wasn't written by Nigerians. Yes, and there are no Nigerians as example. But I was trying to get into the head of people that I consider successful or we Nigerians consider successful. And I mean, I haven't spoken to any, but I tried to get into their head. I doubt that they wake up and the first thing they look at social media.
Some of them, you don't even do social media. And that's the truth. Yes.
I've spoken to some successful people, and they say they don't listen to certain news channels. That they listen for a specific amount of time to hear what's going on and but they don't just get fixated on it and not into it day by day. So you have your TV on certain channels, and the only thing you're hearing, even if you're busy working, is war, explosion, this plane crash. There are people giving birth. There are people, they are good. There's good news as well.
Yes.
So, that positive attitude, one of it.
So the positive attitude you just said comes from what you feed yourself.
That is partly it. I mean, information, that's partly it, but there's also intentionality.
Intentionality. I love that word.
There's also intentionality because it really takes a lot. And please, I'm not trying to say that it's easy. I'm not even trying to say that I'm there. Yes. But it's work in progress. And like I said to people, you need to know yourself to grow yourself. So you need to know these things. I know that's an area that you need to work on. Okay. And then you start the work. Okay. So we're all working. So when I get to the junction and I see traffic, I used to be one of the most horrible drivers. Because the minute I see traffic, I'm edgy, I'm wanting to shout, I'm wanting to quarrel, very irritable. Now one day I said to myself, okay, you finished all these things. You get to your destination, you follow. Sometimes you get there, nothing has really spoiled, no damage has done. What have you really achieved aside from working yourselves up, working your blood pressure up, accumulating by your systems from all those excitation, and the traffic didn't still.
You did change?
You did travel. If it was going to take you 1 hour, it's going to take you 1 hour. You're not going to fly.
That's right.
So I mean, once in a while, I still find myself wanting to get upset, but I started devising means. So I have a playlist for when I'm in traffic, or a book. I wire myself that, okay, if I encounter traffic today, this is the mood I'm in, and this is the mood I want to be. So I think this music is going to help, or this book is going to help, or so you intentionally walk towards it.
Intentionality. I hope viewers are listening. So it's like you having to take charge of your life and what happens with you. So you're the determinant at the end of the day.
You are. You're the pilot of that plane.
You are the pilot of that plane. I love that phrase that you have. I mean, so you need to have it at the back of your mind. And once I have that, you are the pilot. You're in charge. You're in charge. So you want fulfillment, you walk towards it.
Wow. So what other steps? Intentionality. You've spoken about intentionality. You've spoken about the positive mindset. So what other things do I need to do?
Added to that intentionality, I also want to realize that success just doesn't happen. Success just doesn't. It just doesn't happen. It's not like you say you just blew. Even when they'll say, oh, you just you must have been doing some work before you finally saw what you're calling blowing.
So nobody blows just like that.
Some work has been done. So there has to be a deliberate attempt. Success is not something that, you just wake up in the morning and you walk towards it. It's a journey. So it's like going to Ikorodu and you put stop Google map. That is your destination. Yes. So that's your success, whatever it is that you feel like. It's your destination. And there's a map to it. on that map, you're going to encounter traffic. You're going to encounter traffic light. You're going to encounter speed breakers. Which is Lagos bad route.
So just get ready for the inevitable.
So it's a bumpy ride.
Yes.
I don't know anyone who is successful that tell me that it was it. Right.
So you need to know that success has a lot of edges. So the ride will be bumpy. The ride sometimes will take you, but always know that. So how come, I think the mindset of the young ones nowadays is that you can just wake up one day and just find yourself successful. Where did that come from?
See, that is what social media and social media life has done to us. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it in one of your shows, but I always say to people that when you look at someone's picture on social media, I actually crack a joke myself.
Yes.
I said, any girl you see on social media, whatever you think of her, that's her finest. That is her finest. I said, because all of us take pictures.
Yes.
And then when you look at it, they always post the best one. That's right. Those were all the best ones.
So we're having this show.
Yes.
You woke up, you got these things ready.
Yes.
Nobody knows the challenges you face.
Yes.
Nobody knows, and then put up this show, and everyone enjoys it. What went on, man? So when we see all these pictures on social media, we're seeing finished products. But we've made social media our real life instead of realizing that there's a real life and there's a social media life. Everybody needs two lives. So when you see social media as real life, you're wanting to wake up in the morning and look like Mr. X or Mrs. D. And that's not possible. And that's also why you have people getting depressed and crying.
So at the end of the day, I'm also the person who can measure my success. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You can't, it's like giving someone else a pen to write your story. If you let someone else measure it's going.
If you let somebody else measure your success, it means it's giving somebody else a pen to write your story. So you write your story.
Yeah. And then I mean, it's not when it doesn't mean other people see your success. But it's what is if anyone sees that success and they see yourself that success.
Does that ever happen? Where people see somebody as successful, but that person does not feel successful?
Like I see you now and I think you're yeah.
Well,
It's just like how we see people that we think they have no kids. And they have it.
Okay. Yes.
So you see rich comments and you see people who honestly believe that, oh, this person, because of this life thing he has or she has, they have no other problems.
so perception.
Perception.
And that is very rampant in our environment, unfortunately. Because if people who just say people and believe that they don't have problems. It's the problems without issues. Wow, man. People make trouble. Well, a lot of people don't understand that. I hear people complaining about, like they don't scared to pick up their phones or the kind of messages that they receive in the day. It's like one person or the other who is thinking that they have it all. And is asking them for one thing or the other. So, and, they just perceive that person is successful. Okay. Meanwhile, the person knows who they are. So, at the end of the day, you know yourself. Well, so what do you say to somebody who
is watching this show and is saying, has heard the topic and he says, I need to develop that success mindset. What is the first thing you should start with?
We've talked about the first thing, positive attitude, positive self-talk, and other things that recent change, especially now, right? Your ability to embrace change, and adapt. A lot of times they see resilience. I think Nigerians are very resilient. I consider that they are extremely resilient. Whether we channel our energies into the right place, it's different thing. I expect we are born with resilience. I honestly.
Oh my God, yes.
But adapting to change and accepting that change happens. It's a different season in the world everywhere, and not just Nigeria. So your ability to adapt is very, very important. And there's always a plan B. And don't be too scared to start. Like we said, it's a journey. You're going from, let's say you're going from island to Gumju. So don't despise the days of small beginnings.
Don't despise kids. Start beginnings and just start. Don't procrastinate.
Ensure that you start. Wow. Wow. In fact, I wish I had more time to discuss this. And like I said at the beginning, who doesn't want success? Who does not want fulfillment at the, like you said, it's fulfillment at the end of the day. But, I'm constrained by time. So I'm so glad that we could have this conversation. And I'm sure that, our viewers would have picked one or two things or even more from this seemingly short discussion that we have had, and that would transform their lives, and I'm sure we'll be hearing back from some people to say, wow,
I'm glad you had that conversation, So there's something that went on the N.O.W show, which we call the last one, which we say that even if somebody doesn't remember back everything we have discussed, that take out for them, that you want them to remember this topic back. So what would be your last word on?
Okay. You hold the pen and you hold the paper. Write the story of your life. Don't give anyone the pen to write.
Wow. Amazing. You hold the pen. You hold the paper. Don't give the story of your life to any other person to write. What an amazing way to end today's show. Until we come your way again, I'm your regular hostess, Abosidi Oza, signing off with my guest, Obilo. Thank you again, Abu. Thank you.
Don't forget to like this video. And if you haven't, subscribe to the N.O.W Show channel today and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any video that is uploaded. Thank you for watching.